Welcome to Spoken English for Engineers and Scientists. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about job interview. We'll give you an intensive class on how to prepare for job interviews, how to take part in job interviews, and how to succeed. This is organized by the Institute for Employment-Oriented Skill Development, IEOSD, India. The website is www.ieosd.com. This is 1 hour course. It's an intensive training program of 20 lectures. Today's lecture, we're going to talk about the general or HR interview. Most of the material is geared towards engineering and scientist job. In part 2, we'll talk about technical interview. Today, we are going to talk about general HR interview. The course material is taken from the world's first software, Spoken English for Engineers and Scientists, which is available on Amazon.in. It's 90% subsidized by the Institute for Employment-Oriented Skill Development. That's our reference. In lesson 20, you have almost the same material. Today we'll hurry up and finish everything in 1 hour to give you an introduction. The full description of how to prepare for job interview, etc. are in lesson 20 of the software. So let's start. How do you prepare for job interviews? You have to start preparing today. Starting today. Do not delay until the last moment. It's not that easy. What the employers look for, that's what we're going to talk about. What are the things you need to develop now? Starting today, start showing some positive attitude. That's what they look for. Positive attitude. You know the meaning of that. Being positive about things, not complaining. Seems like common sense, but it comes with practice. Some people have it, some people don't. Who do not have it, start practicing today. Always stay positive. Always have a slight smile on your face. Life is wonderful. Be positive. Have a pleasant smile on your face all the time. Look confident. That's very important because first impression really counts. And if you start today to look confident, okay, and positive about things, things around you will change and people will notice and you'll get a very good job, okay? Look confident. When you walk, do not put your head down. Do not walk like a very old person or weak person. Stand straight and walk like military, okay? When you talk to somebody, talk very sincerely. Everything you say, show some interest in that. And you have to look straight into the eyes when you talk to people. That's true for interview and elsewhere also. Start practicing these habits, starting today. What they say, they meaning the experts, that as soon as you walk in to the interview room, within a few seconds, the interviewers form some sort of image of you, some sort of opinion about you. So you have to look good. Everybody looks good. If they want to, they can make themselves look very good. So that smile is very important. Dress professionally. You don't want to take a chance. Maybe this particular company doesn't care about how nicely you wear your clothes, how nice clothes you wear. Wear plain, simple shirt. If possible, put on a tie and wear a jacket. If you don't have one, borrow from a friend. It creates a very good professional impression. Then you don't have to go through difficulties or wrong impression, okay? These formalities avoid any difficulties later on. You create a very good impression. Trousers in American English called pants, in British English. Trousers is for men, gentlemen. Put on trousers, belt, tie if possible. Shoes must be polished. Do not wear too fancy shirt. It's not a fashion show. Plain, simple, clean, iron shirt. Okay? Ladies already know how to dress. I'm not an expert on that. I find most of the ladies know how to dress. Just that gentle smile. Very little makeup. Very little. Do not put too much makeup. Okay? That's what the experts say. Personal hygiene is very important. For example, clipping your nails. Nice haircut. Trim, haircut. Okay? If you have beard, make sure it's very well trimmed. Shouldn't look like you don't take care of yourself. How are you going to take care of the company and the job? Okay? Shouldn't give that sort of impression. It's common sense, but start practicing. Otherwise, last moment, you'll forget one of the things. Okay? Grooming is important. Mannerisms, very important. If the interviewer gives you hand to shake hand, you should say thank you. You have to greet them as good morning or good afternoon, whatever the time is. Good morning. If there's one lady, you can say good morning, ma'am, and then good morning, sir, and look at everyone. Okay? Confidently, good morning with that smile. Okay? Practice that. It doesn't happen. Last moment, you may get nervous and forget these little things. So practice. All right? Ma'am to a lady creates very good impression. Respectful. So when you enter the door, first, when your name is called, you enter the door, you knock at the door first, gently open the door, close the door. May I come in? They ask you to come in. Please take a seat. If they do not offer you a seat, you stand there. And after a few seconds, may I sit down? After wishing good morning, good afternoon, may I sit down? They'll say, oh yeah, sure, sit down. Sometimes they forget too. They interview several hundred people a day. Okay? If they offer you anything, you have to say thank you. I'll tell you at least 3 times when you have to say thank you. First, when they offer you to sit down, say thank you. Okay? Second, if they appreciate something that you did a good job on your project. Thank you. Okay? Or they appreciate your answer. Oh, that's a good answer. Thank you. Last, when you are leaving, you have to say thank you again. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, good. It's always nice to be polite. Everybody likes polite people. Confidence and politeness go together. If you are confident, you're going to be polite. Okay? Knowledgeable people are always polite, confident. Good. Extras. Very simple things. Don't walk in there empty-handed. Always carry a file or folder, nice looking file or folder, binder as they call it in American English, with copies of all your certificates, maybe 2-3 copies in case 2-3 different interviewers want to have a look at something. All the certificates, high school certificate, college certificate, your training certificate, your diploma, whatever you have, degree, that certificate, any references if you have, everything, make copies of that, keep it organized so that you can get it out in 1 second. Okay? Keep some pictures of your photos, passport size photos. Some people still ask for photos. If you have photos, don't run around. Keep everything organized, okay? Also, take your project work with you, project report, okay, training report. All these things should be with you. Be ready. How nicely you organize, that creates a very good impression. Professional gestures. Let me go over that very quickly. As I said, look into the eyes when you're talking. Do not put your head down or look up here and there. Do not play with your fingers or show that you're nervous. Keep your hands gently on the table or on your lap. Very simple. Do not shake your head too much. Yes, yes, I know that. Normal, simple. Yes, I know that. Okay, thank you, sir. Like that. Okay, it's simple, but practice that. When you want to agree with something, you say yes. If somebody says, have you ever been fired? No, sir. Fired meaning laid off. Okay, things like that. Very simple, but practice this gentle, simple gestures. Start acting professional starting today. Starting today. Even if you're a student, in your mind, it should be like you're already working for a big company where they expect this kind of professional behavior. So start walking straight. Do not drag your feet. Act professional. I can make a special lesson on that too. How to walk, how to talk, all that. Right now, the main part is going to be this. How to prepare for a job interview and how to answer the top 10 HR or general questions. Some of the questions may be asked during technical interview also, but I put them along with general questions. I'll make another video lesson, part 2 of this, for technical interview. But for now, go over this. This is very important. In most companies, first they have group discussions. First they have screening tests, written tests, then group discussions, then technical interview, then HR interview. But start preparing these things starting today. So the most common question is, tell me about yourself. Okay, tell me about yourself. They just want to know who you are, how well you speak, how well in 1 minute you can talk about yourself. So what do they want to know? They want to know your education, educational background, where you're from maybe, experience, what kind of experience you have, what kind of training you had or internship you had, what kind of qualities you have that makes you right for this job, what are your interests and your goal, let's say medium term, 3-4 years, 5 years, or maybe long term. But they don't want to know too much about your personal information, personal life. Okay, so do not start talking about your brothers, sisters, spouse, etc. It's not necessary unless they ask you specifically, are you married, etc., which usually they don't. If someone does, then you may answer. Otherwise, nobody really is interested in your personal life. They want to see as a professional how you perform in their company, how you fit in, how productive you are. Okay, so stay on the professional side of your life. You may mention, one of the sample questions, you may mention your name. There's a reason for it. Many people say it's written on the resume. Why do you need to tell that? Well, everything is written on the resume. Maybe they have forgotten. Maybe they want to hear how you tell your name. And the way you tell your name creates an impression. For example, I would say, my name is Ranbir Sinha. I paused after my name is. Okay. Do not say myself. This is wrong English, firstly. It sounds cool in some places, but it's wrong. Say, my name is. Okay? Or you can say, I am. It's not really necessary. You can just stick to the formal sentence. My name is, slight pause, very clearly your name. Why? That name will stay in their mind if you say your name very clearly. My name is Ranbir Sinha. It's a new information for them, new piece of information. So if you say it clearly, they'll remember and they'll think, yeah, these 5 candidates are about the same. What was the name of that person who said very clearly? Raman. Yes, Raman. That little piece of information, the way you presented, your name is going to give you an advantage over the others. Okay? My name is. Then, I'm from, let's say, Patna, where I did my schooling. Then you start talking about your professional things, your interests, etc. Okay? Right from my childhood, I was very interested in computers, whatever you were interested in professionally. Computers or electronics or engineering design. So I chose to study computer science or whatever you did. Okay, computer science, electronics and communication engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, whatever your degree is in. At, tell the name of the college. I'm a good student and expecting to be the top 10 in my graduating class. If you're the topper, you say, expect to rank first in my class, okay? If you are way at the bottom, do not need to mention that. I'm a good student, that's good enough. They'll figure out if you're a good student or not, may ask you questions on that. Anything you say, there may be a follow-up question on that. Anyway, let's continue with this. I chose a very practical project to do. I love to work in a team towards a goal. Many people work, but they don't know what they are planning to achieve at the end of their work. Here you are telling you are very goal-oriented. Companies love that. They like people who know where they're heading. Steps are fine, but they should know the goal. So you are telling that you always work goal-oriented in a nice way towards a goal. And you also told that you like to work with other people in a team. That makes you perfect for a job in a company. You fit in the team. In one sentence, you said many things. You continue, learn new knowledge quickly. That means you are a quick learner. And I'm very passionate about technology. That means you like to learn new technology, what's happening in the world, technical world. I hope to work for a company like yours to learn new technologies and implement into developing products for the benefit of the society. You know how much he told in this one sentence? Used one and, but it's one sentence. You praise that their company. Nobody dislikes it. If you tell my company is good, I like it. But expect follow-up question. What do you know about our company? We'll get to that later. So read that one time. I'll give you 1 minute. Use your name, not my name. Read that from here to there. Slowly and clearly. My name is Ranbir Sinha. I'm from Patna, where I did my schooling. Right from my childhood, I was very interested in computers. So I chose to study computer science at IIT Kharagpur, let's say. I'm a good student and expecting to be in the top 10 in my graduating class. I chose a very practical project to do. I love to work in a team towards a goal, learn new knowledge quickly, and I'm very passionate about technology. I hope to work for a company like yours to learn new technologies and implement them into developing products for the benefit of the society. Okay, you can rephrase this. I expect you to rephrase this that suits your interest. Tell us about the college you went to, not my college. So, this is your homework. Write your answer, check your grammar and spelling. These things are available online. Use Grammarly.com. They'll check both spelling and grammar. Grammarly.com, and it's free. Also prepare follow-up questions and answers. Anytime you answer something, think about, if I say this, what can they ask? I said, I chose a very practical project. Okay, go ahead. They'll jump. They'll jump to your project. Or if you say, I'm going to be within top 10, they may say, okay, good. So what is your favorite subject? They may ask that. So prepare those questions, answers too. Okay? So let's go over this one. Write your answer, check the grammar, spelling, and practice reading it slowly and clearly. Okay? Also prepare follow-up question answers. For example, which subjects of computer science do you like? You may say, I like databases. I like algorithms design, or whatever. Be honest. Or what was your project about? These are the follow-up questions that are possible. Does it have any application? Once you start talking about your project, which usually happens in technical interview, HR interview may not be too interested in asking these questions. But who knows? Maybe the HR person had done his BTech or her BTech in your field, is interested in that. So be ready. It's an overall thing you have to be ready about. Okay? Does it have any application? You should know where your project can be applied. Very important. Take the project report with you. They may like to have a look at it and forget what other questions. Say, okay, let's hire this lady, this young lady or this young gentleman. Okay? All right. You have to be able to explain your project. First briefly, then go into the details if they ask you. Everything on your resume. Resume, some people call it biodata, but nowadays the modern term is resume. Resume. Or in British English, curriculum vitae, the 2 pages, things that you write about your objectives, your studies, your training, what you are good at, etc., your hobbies. Okay? That's called resume. Let's hurry up because we have 10 questions plus a few extra things to finish in 1 hour. Go over this video a couple of times, and after that it's up to you to write down your answers. Read them slowly and prepare for the real interview. Start doing it today. Start today. Okay? Begin it now. One of the most common questions is, what is your greatest strength? So pick 1 or 2 things about yourself that you think are your strength and elaborate on that with some examples if possible. For everything that you say, you should be able to justify with your past experience, some kind of example. Okay? So prepare for those things too. Interviewers want to know about 1 or 2 qualities that you have that would make you a good employee. What is your greatest strength, the biggest strength? What are you good at? Questions may vary, but answer remains almost the same. So prepare for the standard questions, standard answers. If the questions wordings are slightly different, do not worry. Give the answer you're ready for. Okay? Practice that. But do not say in a way that sounds like you have memorized the answer. While telling the answer, slow down. As if you are thinking and answering. Actually, you have memorized, but do not show that you have memorized. So do not speak too fast. I have not memorized any of these things that I'm teaching today. I've gone over this, practiced, but have not memorized. Okay? It's extemporary. Sample answer. Here I have focused on, say, work ethic, which I believe I have very high work ethic, so I chose that one. I have an extremely strong work ethic. When I'm working on a project, I don't want to just meet the deadlines. Rather, I prefer completing the project well ahead of schedule or schedule in American English. For example, when I did my project, see, I'm justifying. I'm not just saying I have very high work ethics. I'm also justifying. For example, when I did my project, I put in a couple of hours extra every day to make sure that my project is completed before time, before it's due. And it exceeds the requirement for the degree diploma because you have this extra time. So your work ethic is so high, you deliver more than what's required, a little bit more. Because others are just meeting the requirement, hurrying up at the last moment. You planned your work so well. You did your project with so much dedication, you finished it before time, and did something extra. Something more than what was required just to fulfill the BTech or BE or BSc requirement, degree or diploma. All right? It tells a lot. So prepare your answer based on something similar. Choose some of the qualities that you have that the employer likes. The qualities, for example, take top 5. For example, you're solution oriented. You're not a troublemaker, a problem maker, and complaining, oh, there's problem, this problem, I don't like problems. Oh, well, if you don't like it, solve it. That's the job of engineers. They look for problems. They want to solve the problems to help other people come up with products that helps customers. Okay? Solution oriented is very good quality. Analytical ability, that is looking at a problem from a broad perspective and then going down into details. Where is the real problem? How do I solve it? You analyze the problem very well. It's a very good quality. Perfectionist. Yes, nowadays the world has become so competitive that you have to be nearly a perfectionist. Why is iPhone so popular? Why? Steve Jobs drove his people, his workers, engineers, designers, everybody to perfection. Looks so beautiful, works so beautifully, everything has to be right. Watch his video once if you have extra time during summer. Watch his video. Okay, just once. Write down some notes. Why perfectionism is valued so much in modern industries. Just good enough is not good enough anymore. Sorry. It got to be best of the best. Perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist, you can say. I work twice as hard to make sure everything I do is first time right, looks good, works properly, doesn't crash, whatever. Okay? Team player. If you like working in a team, highlight that. I'm a very good team player. I make sure that the whole team works together. Sometimes I even take the lead. I help each other. I help other people. And I seek help to make them a part of the entire project. Whatever quality, but in 1 minute. Don't go on and on. Never say something like I'm great and all that. Okay? Self-motivated. Very important quality. You push yourself to be the best. You push yourself. I do. I've gone through lots of ups and downs. I forgot to tell you who I am. Check your other videos, my other videos, to find out who I am. Maybe you'll find it motivating. You can do the same. You can do even better. You're younger. Okay? Self-motivated. That means I drive myself for excellence. Write your answer. Double check the grammar and spelling, etc. Rewrite 2-3 times. No, this sentence is too complicated or something like that. I can simplify it so that I can say these words. Okay? And then practice reading properly, meaning slowly and clearly highlighting the most important words. Okay? As if you're making a conversation, you're answering a question. Not that you have read some paragraph, memorized, and reading a poetry or something. All right? Common sense. But it's very important to practice reading slowly and clearly. Okay? That builds confidence. When they ask a question, it comes out automatically and naturally. A lot of things that we say is stored somewhere in our mind. How did that happen? Because we have repeated them. Repeat that. Read that 5 times. Then you read it. Then you say it without reading the text. Naturally, it will come out. Okay? All right. Sorry, I really have to hurry up. What is your biggest weakness? Take something simple. Do not talk about, many real terrible weakness. Do not talk about it. Okay. Why create problems? But find some sort of weak point and turn that into something positive. Always stay positive. Do not say, oh, I get tired, I get bored. They'll throw you out right away. Okay? So you missed your chance. So why? An example is here. Sometimes I get so involved that in my work that I forget about other things like sports, entertainment, and even about friends. I think I have to learn to find the right balance in future. But for now, this has been a great advantage. I do not waste time, and thus I get my work done quickly, have enough time to even verify it. That means you're so focused on your work. You do not worry about secondary things. Your priority is your work. So it's a weakness from some perspective. A balanced life is ideal. But the company may like it. Oh, if we give something to him, he'll forget about social life and other things and work very hard. Yes, get that person. Okay, hire that person. So, take something that you may think somewhat negative, maybe just a little bit negative. Forgetting friends is not a good thing. So, and focus on that, turn that into something positive. All right? Homework, write your answer, check, practice, be consistent with your other answers. Whatever answer you give, make sure all the answers tell roughly the same thing. A consistent character. Okay? Why should we hire you? Number 4. Here. The orders of these questions are not very important. You should prepare for all of these, maybe a few extra. Why should we hire you? What they are trying to say is, look, we got hundreds of candidates. You tell me something about yourself that we have not heard from other candidates. What is special about you that we can hire? It's a very difficult question. You don't know much about the company. You know nothing about the other candidates. How are you going to portray that you're the right person for this job? Do not say things like, I'm the best. Nobody would believe you. Nobody. Even if it's true, nobody believes. People do not like boastful people. There are reasons for it. Okay, so rather tell something so that they really think you are the best for this job. How? One of the answers may be, I have gone through the job description carefully. If you're applying for a job, you better read every word carefully and see what they are looking for. Focus on 1 or 2 things that matches yours and highlight that ones, matches your qualities, okay? And also through your website. Read through the website of the company, find out what they do, etc. Okay, it's important to prepare. You have to put in a lot of time. Even if you are the best student, sometimes you may not get the job because you're not presenting yourself well. Okay, so prepare for that particular job a few days ahead of time and tweak your answers. Once in a while, throw in this, that I have shown enough sincerity to go through your website, go through the job. I'm the right person for this job. So this is how it is. My education, qualifications, interest, and goal match very well with the requirement you have for this position in this company. I love working in a team. You're repeating some things, highlighting your quality, because they probably say a team player. We're looking for a team player. These are the qualities. You're highlighting that. I love working in a team towards achieving the set goal. Again, you're emphasizing. You just don't work. You work towards a goal. Okay? I plan my work very well. Here you're throwing in something special. I plan my work very well and execute the tasks on time. If there is anything I need to learn and apply to get the work done, I do it with excitement. I don't get scared of new things. I like new things. I learn. I like to learn new things and apply that whatever is needed. I first plan and find out what's needed. The things that I know, I do it. Things that I don't know, I ask others, the team members or seniors or managers, etc. So you're always excited about things. That makes you special. Okay? And it should be. You should be excited about things. Life is wonderful. You can do a lot of things. Who said that? I'm telling you that. Okay? Homework. Write your answers, check and practice. Do not forget this homework. Watching my video even 20 times is not going to help you much. It's going to get you started. But rest. It's your job. You have to do it. You have to do it. I cannot go for an interview for you. Nobody can. You have to face it. Face the world bravely and win it. Why do you want to work for us? They may have different wordings, or why do you want this job? The answer is basically the same. Say why you like this kind of job and why in this company. Okay? So sample answer. It could be, do not memorize my answers. Take guidance from that and reword according to your situation, your qualifications. Okay? Your company, you can tell the name of the company if you are interviewing with, say, Infosys. You say, Infosys is the leader in business solution software. It has to be consistent with what they do that you learned from their website, okay? Highlight something about the company. You're already working on integrating the traditional ERP with modern AI systems, relatively new technology, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. All these things are being tried in different areas. They are trying in ERP also. What's ERP? Enterprise resource planning. This is the entire company management program. So they are using parts of this modern AI systems. And pretty soon, this will happen. I'm very interested in that technology. I have done my project in this field and also acquired knowledge. That means you already know something in this field. I believe such integrated business solutions will be used by even small businesses in a few years. It will happen. This is true. It will happen. Even small businesses would have mobile devices where they can connect up to their data in the cloud, analytics and everything, and come up with very quick solutions that human beings will take years to come up with. Okay, business decisions and everything, planning, process optimizations, everything will be done somewhere else, and the results will come to their very mobile devices, okay, handheld devices or whatever. All right, so that technology will become available to everyone. This ERP combined with artificial intelligence. I believe that. Okay, I believe that. That's why I wrote it. And that is why I really want this position in your company, because of their newest technology, what they are doing. You already are interested in that. You have done something along that line. You have read about it at least. You find it very exciting. That's why you, to learn more and contribute to the development of such futuristic systems. If you tell your company is one of the leaders in this field, they'll feel very good. Even if they are second, they're very difficult to judge. They may not have enough customers, but maybe their technology is very good. It happens. It happens. Apple wasn't number one in mobile phone or smartphone or something, okay? Apple wasn't. They had a vision and they developed a great technology. A little bit change here and there they come up with. Probably they became leader. They're the largest company in the world. Okay, they entered quite late. Motorola and that Canadian company, Research in Motion, they were older than Apple. Apple got in late. Still, they became number one. So they like hearing these things. You make them feel like they are the leaders and you know something about what they are doing. All this thing you have to prepare depending on the company by going through their website, finding out what they are good at, focusing on one or two things, which seems to be very interesting and interesting for you too. Okay? All right. Homework. Write your answer, check several times and practice. The answer may vary depending on the company. Of course, you cannot go to a hardware company and start talking about only software, ERP. Okay? Fine-tune your answer. It's perfectly fine. Nobody says, I'm interested only in this. Even if your company doesn't do that, I'm interested only. No. Fine-tune your answers to match the company's interest. Look, the company is looking for somebody who fits in very well, works for several years, produces something good without creating problems. That's what they're looking for. It's very simple. What can you bring to the company? So match your answers to company's requirement. It's not a lie. You may change your interest too after getting into the company. It's not a lie. It's just getting through the first hurdle, interview. You may be interested in, look through their website, find what they do and what they are planning to do. Company's website normally talks about what they are planning to do, their vision, mission, and also some technology they are developing. They don't give all the details, but enough so that you know, okay, this is the field they are working on, this is the technology they are using, and throw in some words that show sincerity, that you have already shown some interest in the company, you're not lying, okay? And then write something specific. For example, here I throw in some specific things, ERP and AI system combination. You throw in something specific about that company that convinces them that you have gone through their website. So, as soon as you start talking about their company, you are leading them into asking you this question. So what do you know about our company? Okay. In interviews, sometimes I do this. I say certain things to lead them into asking me certain questions, and I'm already prepared with the answer. I just make it sound like I'm thinking and answering, but actually I know. So it's like leading them into asking you certain questions for which you have already prepared. That's why I'm throwing this word like project. I know my project very well. I'm the best person to answer those questions. I have already prepared. I have prepared something about their company. They know their company very well. If I can show them, yes, I know something about their company, then they think I'm serious about this job. That's it. You got some advantage. All right, good. So what do you know about our company? You said something, our company is doing this, ERP. What do you know? Interviewers want to know if you are serious about this company or just trying to get into the company. You know? Honest answers. So you have gone through the company. So your company, again, you can say the name, TCS or whatever, Accenture, is very innovative. You're again praising the company. Always start with something positive. Who doesn't like to hear good things about themselves? Normal, common sense, but many people don't have it. Sorry, it's not that common. So, it's very innovative. It is one of the best in the area of making whatever, that's software, hardware, whatever they make or services they provide, okay? For example, ERP I mentioned here. And you are developing a new product using cutting edge technology. I'm not going deeper into the technology. It's a cutting edge technology. I'm very interested in learning about that and join the development team to make my contribution. I'm very interested in that. Okay, make a very sincere face. A little bit acting is good. Okay? A little bit acting is good. You're not being insincere. But you got to show that on your facial expressions. That comes from practice. Video record yourself when you're doing some mock interview and find out if you're looking sad or scared or not interested, or you're looking energetic about it. Look at me. I'm always excited about things. Okay? That's why I get things done. So, if you mention something about this cutting edge technology, what cutting edge technology are we using? Okay, even if it's HR person, may suddenly ask you this. Okay, they may not, but they may. Be ready with the name. Be ready with the name. For example, I don't know, maybe they are using something with data mining. They are coming up with new algorithm, their own patented things. So you can mention that. I don't know. I'm not from computer science. I'm a rocket scientist. Ask me anything about rockets and space. I know. Why do I teach English and other things? I do many things, and I do it well. Okay? All right. Homework. Take two companies. Look into their website, find out what they do, what they are very good at, why they are doing better than other companies in certain areas, what technology they are using, who are their customers, where is their headquarters, everything. Learn about that. Write down a few answers. Go over that, memorize them, and try practicing. As if somebody asked you this question, how you're answering. Try practicing it. Do it. You have to put in a lot of time. You'll spend 4 years maybe getting your degree. Why not spend like 1 year starting today, or 6 months at least, preparing for interviews? That's almost the final step to get into the company. If you're not into the company, it's very hard to do things alone. It's very hard. Starting your company, I prefer that, but if your idea is to get a job, gain experience, then do something else, get in a company. And this is one of the major steps. Take it very seriously. Don't postpone it. Don't postpone it. Procrastination is the worst thing you can do. Okay? Two short answers based on that above sample and practice it. 7, oh yes, we are making progress. Okay? Why am I teaching these things? Because of communication skill. Communication skill is number one quality most of the companies are looking for nowadays. You can check their survey. On the average, large number of people have the same sort of education, same kind of courses they have taken, same sort of training they have gone through. How do they distinguish? Through communication skill. And they can judge right away if your communication skill is very good. And that's where most of the students are lacking. Okay, 97% of the graduates are not getting jobs primarily because of communication skill, their lack of communication skill. They're deficient in communication skill. And it's not part of the course. Why not? I don't understand. So I'm making up for it. That's why this software. 2.5 years we struggled, top engineers and scientists, to create this software. We'll talk about it more later on, or you can watch my video. It's called Spoken English for Engineers and Scientists. #1 software in Amazon.in. Okay, technical communication skill. That's what it teaches, not nonsense. All right. Interviewers want to know if you'll work in difficult times. What is the question? How do you handle stress or pressure? Okay. Are you willing to do overtime, finish the project? Okay. Just working 9 to 5, 8 hours and leaving, it's not always liked. Okay. Many modern companies are becoming somewhat flexible. They may say, well, you do the project, finish the project, that's it, on time. I don't care if you come 1 hour early and go back 2 hours late. These things are noticed. Even after getting a job, people notice that if you're putting extra time into doing these things. All right? So, are you going to go back home on time, come late, or on time, not finish the project, or not? They want to find out. Under pressure, how do you function? Here's a sample answer. Read that. I plan my work very well and work systematically. You throw in some extra quality here. See, all my answers are consistent. I plan my work very well and work systematically. Still, sometimes I have to work several hours extra every day because you like it. Okay? But I really enjoy it. I really enjoy working extra hours and feel no stress. I feel no stress. If there is a little bit stress or pressure, I feel I work faster under pressure. And urgency, so some things may be urgent. Maybe customer had a problem, you have to solve that. It's urgent. Because I take full responsibility for my work. Again, you throw in something like you take responsibility. Okay? Full responsibility for my work. And I know how important it is for the entire project. Okay? So you threw in a lot of things in this 2 or 2.5 sentences, three sentences. Okay? That you're willing to work very hard under pressure and you don't feel the stress because you enjoy it. So you have this positive attitude. Everything fits in. Try making it like that and ask people, 1 or 2 friends that are sincere, who will not put you down and criticize unnecessarily. What do you think about these answers? Some experienced engineer or scientist or your professor may help you. You do not have to implement everything they say. Do not follow others. You don't know where they're going to lead you. Make your own path, but learn from others' experience. Always have some respect for others' experience, especially the ones that have failed and then achieved. They can probably show you the right path. Okay? All right. Homework. Rewrite the above answer or write a completely new answer that is true about yourself. Okay? Honesty is very important. Very important. Something must be true about yourself. Something must be good. Otherwise, you won't be an engineer or a diploma engineer or BTech engineer or scientist. Okay, something must be good about you. Everybody has something good. They just have to discover and push it. All right. Honesty is the best policy. Yes, the interviewers may ask you to give examples through which you can substantiate your claims. What did I claim here? I work faster under pressure and urgency. You can talk about your training. I can talk about my training. I did my training. I finished 8 things in 2 months. 8 things. Amazing things I did during my training. I can talk about that. And it's written in my certificate. I can hand over after describing that I had pressure to finish 8 things in 2 months. And I was a young student. I was in my 3rd year. I did it. Okay. so I can handle pressure. I have no stress because I'm positive. I love to work. So who will get a job? Somebody says, no, sorry, I'll just work 8 hours and go home. I'll be there for 8 hours. What I do is not important. Or somebody who says, I'll put in extra time. Yes, that's the reality. Nowadays, people are living longer, working longer hours. That's what has happened, okay? And it's going to get even better. People will probably work 10 hours a day, maybe 8 hours in the office and 2 hours from home. It's possible. What is your salary expectations? HR people may ask you at some point, maybe the second interview, the salary expectations. Everyone likes a flexible employee, so don't be too rigid, like, my cousin got 18,000 per month or 5 lakhs package, so I should get that too. Different companies are different. Nobody likes that kind of fixed thing. That's why they put the question to you, but this is a nice way of handling it. I'm a fresh graduate, if you're a fresh graduate. If you already had work experience and if you're making X amount of money, next job you expect somewhat more. It's okay to honestly say, yes, I was making so much, and here I think the job is going to be more interesting, and there's a lot of responsibility. I would like so much. I would prefer so much. I'm expecting so much. It's perfectly fine. For fresh graduates, it's a very difficult question. They hear all kinds of stories from all kinds of people, and they throw in some number. It's not really the right thing to do. This is a nice way of answering the question, also avoiding a specific figure. I'm a fresh graduate, and learning, working, and producing are my real goals. Learning, working, and producing things are my real goals, and not the money. Over the next few years, seeing my performance, surely you'll give me promotions and increase my salary, raise my salary. For now, I expect only what is standard pay for such a job in your company. Okay, all right? If all other engineers are getting X amount, you'll get X amount. That's what you're saying. I'll be thankful only to get this opportunity to learn and progress. This only is not necessary. Only, I think I made a mistake. I should not have put this only. I'll be thankful. Yes. Or I'll be happy. Okay. Good. Homework. Rewrite the above answer and practice. All of them. Go over this video. Many people have videos answering these questions. You don't need to watch 10 or something. You can do it yourself. Just watch mine. Finished. Okay. There are reasons why I'm saying just watch mine. There are reasons. I don't need to criticize others. But one of them is good enough. Mine is good enough. Probably better than good enough. What is your goal for the future? Okay? Very common question. Or where do you see yourself in 5 years? So what do you want to do in 5 years? Where do you think you'll be? All kinds of variations of the same question. They want to know if you have a goal in the mind or you just want a job to do something. Sample answer. I would like to become a team leader, a project manager, whatever you like to be in your company. I'd like to, you can put a period there too. Take a pause when you say. I would like to design the concepts, use concepts, develop concepts, design, and also lead a team of engineers and programmers to produce innovative products. That may be your goal. It may be something else, to provide best customer service, something like that. Okay, if you're applying for sales engineer or something, your goals will be slightly different to increase the sales. Okay, how? They would ask you how. Well, new strategies I would like to implement. I also have thought about 1 or 2 strategies that will work in this environment, and I would like to try them out after discussing with my seniors and propose a plan how I'm going to go ahead. Something in more details. All right, homework. Rewrite the above. So what did I tell here? I told my goal in 4 or 5 years where I want to be. This is my expectation. And I'll work very hard towards that. Okay? I want to use my concepts, develop new concepts that matches with company's goals, and then propose some new things and lead my team into producing these things, guide them, whatever. In short, simple, direct answer. 10, almost the last question. It's never ending. Sorry, I'll give you a few more. Do you have any question for us? That's a question to you. The first one wasn't a question. Tell me something about your question. Was there a question mark? No. Tell me. It was asking you, requesting you to tell something about yourself. Remember that wasn't a question, but there was a reply to it. This one, do you have any question for us? Do not say no, sir. Yes, sir. Such short questions are not good. You have to elaborate a little bit because they are also testing your communication skill. Okay? If you say just yes, sir, no, sir, they would think you cannot communicate. You score some negative points. Okay? So question, do not say, yes, what's going to be my package? It's not light. It's not light. Okay? You have to prove you're worthy of something, and they'll give you that. It's that simple. Companies are there to hire qualified people and get their work done. Okay? People are their biggest asset. Okay. Qualified people. Sample answer. Avoid talking about salary, promotion, how quickly can I become a project. No, don't worry about that. You have to say, yes, I do. Do you have any question for us? Yes, sir, I do. Do you have special trainings for the employees? Or do you send some employees for professional training sometimes? Okay. What are your programs for taking higher level courses and progress? Learn new things. Okay. Rephrase that and ask something. That means it's consistent with what you said earlier. You always want to learn new things, and it's going to benefit the company. Is company providing some special kind of training for that thing? Do they have external courses? Or you can ask, can you please tell me about the future plans of the company? Maybe that's a nice question to ask. Do not say, I don't have any question. You should ask something. That's your opportunity to ask something about the company. Are you planning to expand your product line? Or you can ask, are you planning to expand in other countries? So you got to know from their website which countries they are in. If they are in all countries, then the second part doesn't make sense. So you have to be prepared, okay? Or you come up with something innovative. Think about it. Think about each of these questions. Try to answer better than I did. You can do it. You can do it. I'm not the best. I'm not the best. I'm good. I'm very good, but I'm not the best. You are the best. It's your job. You can come up with something along this line. I'm just showing a little bit of direction, what to do and what not to do. Okay? All right. The details, more details are in lesson 20, 19 and 20, group discussions, technical interview, general interview, etc. of this course. Spoken English for Engineers and Scientists, which is 60 hours crash course to make you fluent in technical English, world's first software that teaches technical English from all branches of science and engineering, sitting at home in 60 hours. This one is a pronunciation video course that comes free with the software. Spoken English for Engineers and Scientists. Intentionally, I put the image reverse. I flipped the camera image. There are reasons for it. I'm not going to tell you why. Okay. They would be more than happy to say, yes, we are expanding into Southeast Asia. We are getting to these companies. And also we are thinking about getting more into software as services, all kinds of things they can tell you. Listen to them carefully as if really you asked a serious question and you're listening to them. Show interest in whatever you do. Show interest in whatever you do. Whatever you do. Do not, okay, let him talk. Okay, don't do that. Please show interest. Be excited about life and every small thing in life. Okay? It shows. They are experts. They have seen thousands of candidates. They know by looking at your expressions that, yes, that's the man or that's the woman we need in our company. We'll pay well, but that's the person we need. Okay? Do you have any question for us? That's done. You rewrite that. Okay? Rewrite this answer. That's it. Some extra questions I'll throw in. How do you manage a conflict situation? You prepare the answer. Suppose there's conflict with coworkers or with your manager. I have some answers. I may make a special video for that too. These are extra questions. Sometimes they are asked, sometimes not. Sample answer, you prepare the sample answer for now. Think. You think. How are you going to handle it? During the interview, never argue and never tell them, no sir, you're wrong. No, I would do it this way. Nobody likes this kind of arrogance. Nobody. Even if they are wrong, you have to put it in a diplomatic way. Yes sir, you may be right. Yeah, I have to think about it. How nice. You did not offend that person. Okay? You do not agree, but you don't have to say, sorry, I beg to disagree, or beg to differ. Not during your interview, okay? No. You may not have to deal with this person again in your life after you're finished with the interview, gotten a job. But think about how to handle these situations. At work, it will happen. It happens a lot. People disagree. How to handle that. Okay, how do you handle stress? We have already covered. You write your... they may actually give you a situation. Suppose a customer is very angry and there's nobody in the company working that late. You are the one. It's not your customer. And you have to handle that situation. How are you going to handle? How would you calm down that person? Tell your situation, so we'll do our best, etc. They want to hear. How are you going to handle? So prepare for such questions. You come up with questions. You come up with some questions. Standard questions are here. You come up with some follow-up questions, especially a sample answer. If you say, yes, I'm going to take the phone and calm down that person, everything, but if your English is not good, how are you going to do that? So practice English too. Write down a few sentences and practice. Use this software to learn everything in 60 hours during the summer. Okay? It'll take you 10,000 rupees. In foreign countries, maybe $10,000 to get a course even comparable to this, although there is nothing better than that. That's my claim. We scientists and engineers have put in 2.5 years making this, okay? All right. The question may be, if a task or project is assigned to you and you don't know how to do it, what are you going to do? You're going to say, sorry, I can't do that. No, that's the wrong answer. Where's your positive attitude? Sample answer. What are you going to answer? I'll give you a hint right away. I'll do a very quick analysis and then plan and find out what capabilities we have that we can really do it very quickly. What are the new things that we need to learn and implement? If I think I can learn very quickly, or some of my team members who are good at that, we'll try to very quickly learn and see if it's running according to our plan. Otherwise, very quickly, I'll inform my manager or senior members in the company that we do need some help. Please help us. We don't know this part of the technology. We don't know this, how to do that. They may actually assign some expert to your team to advise you, guide you. Okay? Do not say, sorry, it's difficult. I don't know what to do. Okay? But you have to ask for help early enough. Nobody wants to see some of their colleagues or a project team getting destroyed because they could not do a thing. Ask for help, you'll get it. For that, you have to build a relationship with others too. Once you join the company, try to find out what others groups do, behave nicely with them, they'll like you. Okay, 1 or 2 people may not be all that nice to you, but it doesn't matter. All right. Here's the sample answer. I'll very quickly find out what the project involves, or what the project involves. There's a grammatical mistake there. Learn the parts I need to learn. Ask my seniors or manager for help if necessary. I'll ask early enough so that they can find the right people and assign them to us, who can help them with their expertise. Okay? Are you willing to relocate? These are simple questions the HR people ask. They may have requirement somewhere else, far away from your native place. You have to say yes. Yes. Okay. That's the usual answer. Unless there's extreme restriction, like, you have a health problem, you need to be there to take care of your old parents, etc. You can tell that honestly. Usually, young people, they are willing to move everywhere. That's what they expect. Anyway. So, this is how you put it. One of the possible things. Yes, if I have to relocate to any place within your country or anywhere in the world, depending on your choice, I'll gladly go there. In fact, I do like traveling and knowing new places, new cultures, and working in new areas. Okay, so show that you're open, you're flexible. Does it harm to say this? No, then say something good. And be prepared to move. We talk about this globalized world, etc. Don't get stuck at just one place. The world is big. People say world is small. It's not small. It's huge. Huge. You know how big it is? 12,700 kilometers in diameter. You calculate the periphery, perimeter by multiplying with pi. Okay? All right, good. It's huge. We are small, but we have a lot of capability. All right. Are you willing to work night shifts? Globalized world. Sorry, some customers are going to be from different countries, different time zones. Daytime, maybe there's a lot of hustle bustle going on in the company. Some research kind of work can be done at nighttime. Whatever. Be flexible. If there is extreme constraint, mention that. Okay. Honesty is the best policy. But in your mind, try to be flexible. You're young. Work at night. I'm old. I still work at night. Sometimes till 2 a.m. And then get up at 6, work again. Yes, that's true. Day before yesterday and the day before. That's what I did. So yesterday I made my video. I was almost falling asleep. I finished it. It took longer than necessary. So I'm remaking it. Okay? Are you willing to work night shifts? Yes. Often in this business, the customers may be from different time zones, and I know that. I may have to work various shifts depending on the need. And I'll gladly do that. Okay? And later you figure out whether this company is giving safe transportation, a place to stay overnight, etc. You'll have plenty of chance to say no if the situation is extreme and if you cannot accommodate that. Okay? If you cannot accept that. But right away saying, no, I don't want to work night shift, cuts your chance by 50%. Homework. Rewrite the above answer and practice all these questions. Okay. What are your hobbies? Sometimes they ask that. Just, if you're a fun person, looks like you are doing very well, they will ask you this question. They may, if they have time, if they are seriously interested in you. What are your hobbies? What do you do? Some extracurricular things. Especially if you show some managerial talent, they'll probably ask you this. Okay? So you can mention, I play badminton or soccer. Soccer is football. Okay? American English is soccer because American football is different. You can say, I exercise. I like exercising, taking care of my body. Okay? I practice yoga, or I do meditation, half an hour every day. You can mention that. Nowadays, these things are valued a lot. If you have some other hobby, like I'm into photography, I make short films, educational videos. I write stories, short stories. They may ask you for a sample. Tell me a story. Do not lie. Do not lie. So take some samples. Whatever you do. I don't know what you do. You must have some hobbies. You can say, on weekends, I volunteer my time to teach programming to school children. Do you do voluntary work? You should. It's really important nowadays. A lot of colleges are also asking, so what social service have you done? Do something good. Do something good for others. Feels great. Why do I teach for free in small villages in India? Last 5 years, every time I go to India, that's what I do. You got to spread the education. You got to help others. Otherwise, this life is not worth it. You have to do things for others. You have to. Okay? But they'll ask you for proof. Which school? What did you do? If you have a picture, why not? Show some happy kids learning programming from you, Python or something, okay? Why not? Or you're teaching something to them, okay? Some English words or how to keep themselves clean, some simple things. Voluntary work, or you have worked for this mission for keeping the environment clean, or you have written some articles, whatever. Those things are liked. Or you can say, I play music, I play drums, I sing songs. Maybe they'll ask you to sing a song, so be prepared. Well, I was joking, but it may happen. May happen. You never know. Companies are becoming somewhat flexible and a little bit cool, you know. There are a lot of cool people in many new companies. I do gardening. They may start asking me something. Oh, really? What kind of plants or flowers do you grow? What kind of manure do you use? You say, organic compost or something like that. Okay? So whatever you say, you give honest answer. Prepare. Like, what can they ask if I say this? I play badminton. So what level? You say state level or junior college level or something like that. Oh, okay, good. My son is also doing the same thing, but there's something. They relate something, okay? So, smile. It's important. All right. Do not say things like, I watch TV. That's not work. That's not hobby. That's wastage of time. What's there on TV? Useless things mostly, except for a few channels maybe. Doordarshan is very good. I'm very impressed. Okay? Do not say I like watching films. What did you learn from the films? You tell me honestly. Have you learned one thing from the film that I can use in my company? Unless you're interviewing with a media company or TV company, okay? Then you have to say, I watch films. That's perfectly fine. Generally, tech companies will not take these things as hobbies. Okay, it's useless, wastage of time. Tell something that makes you look like you're fit, you're doing something using your brains extra, or you're helping the society, or you're doing something for personal growth. Watching films, bunch of people dancing like monkeys. Would you? So please, be reasonable. Why are you leaving your current job? It's asked for to people who are changing jobs. So you tell honestly, I'm more interested in what you are doing. I needed a change and I saw this opportunity. I think I have to grab this. Okay? I can do a lot of things for your company. Do not say horrible things about the previous company. Oh, the manager was so bad. And all. It may be true, but do not say it. It's not like, because then they would feel, he may say the same thing about our company after 1 year. Okay? Stay positive. So your answers must be consistent with your resume. Whatever is written in your resume, you have to know every word, every line. They may ask you, they may grind you. Why did you say you did this training? Where's the certificate? No, sir, it's forged certificate, cert, lead cert. No lying. Everything on the resume, you should be master of that because your life reflected there, your interest in everything. All right. Don't say bad things about the job or previous job or company. Try to be as positive as possible. The world is wonderful. Show that you're positive. Okay? You don't have to put on a plus sign here, but maybe that will be a new style I'm starting. Homework. Rewrite the above questions and practice. All right. Now let's summarize what you learned because maybe we are running overtime. It's fine. This is too important to limit in 1 hour. I'll be honest with you. This is too important. This communication skill, which is necessary for interview, is one of the most important things. one of the biggest steps, as important as getting a degree, this communication skill for job interviews. All right? Remember, the interview wants to see you. What do they want to see in you? You become that by practicing, honestly practicing. Okay? For 6 months, 1 year. The interview wants to see a positive attitude. That's number one. You can search the websites, all the top experts from HR department. They want to see a positive attitude. They want to see very good communication skill and certain technical qualities. Okay? Some people say a communication skill counts 80% or something. That's not necessarily true. That depends on the job. If you're going to be in sales and marketing, maybe that's true. For technical jobs, I would say maybe 60% technical knowledge, 40% communication skill, but both roughly equally good you got to have. All right. If you're Einstein, you can do everything on your own. Well, he found difficulty in getting a job, but if your communication skill is good, that's an added advantage. Otherwise, for such positions, it may not be that important. I'll be honest with you. It's very important, but you judge. Honesty, they want to see. Honesty, they want to see. You lie in one little thing. That's it. That's it. It's gone. You ruined your chance. Do not lie. So do your project yourself. Your project you should do at your college yourself. No need to have very high sounding title for the project and a beautiful looking report. Do something useful. If it is a small project, take it with you. If it's a software, take a demo or a little video on your cell phone and say, this is what my project does. I have done it. I know. You got to know everything about your project. If it's a teamwork still, you should know everything about your project. Please do not cheat and lie. You'll get caught. Okay? This is very bad that a lot of young people are being pushed into cutting corners, getting the things done by some, agency somewhere and buying the project. This is very bad. This is not how it should be. Okay, you have to do your project on your own. All right. Your subjects that you're interested in, they'll ask, let's say programming. Okay, what kind of programming? What languages? Okay. Suppose you're into database. What kind of database have you used? You should know. How do you? They may ask you to in technical interview. But in HR, they may simply ask general questions like, okay, so what area of software development are you interested in? If the position says programmer, say programming. That's it. Okay, they'll move over to the next question. So you got to know details of your resume. Even if you get it done professionally by somebody else, you have to tell the truth there. You have to tell, this is my life, not yours, sir. Write this. They'll phrase the things differently, nicely, and format it nicely, or do it yourself. Do it yourself. That's fine too. Take standard format and do it. Okay, you got to know about the company. They'll ask you those things. Your subjects, your project work, details of your resume, they may ask. Usually they say very quickly, we'll see, and decide they'll interview or not very quickly, maybe 10 seconds or so. They just see everything's fine. Yeah, fine. Take this guy, show the rest. All right, for interview. During interview, they're going to ask you questions from their resume. Then one guy said, he said he has gotten training in Bangalore in this company. I said, what is this company? What do they do? If it's a real company, they'll find out from your answer. Okay? All right. Confidence. They want to see young, confident people joining their company, working very hard to make company go up and up. Okay? Make the company, help the company grow, and they also grow themselves. That confidence that I can do, and I'm going to do whatever is given to me. That confidence. Okay? Confidence. So if you practice these things, confidence builds automatically. Even if you know a lot, but if you have not practiced answering these questions, the last moment you'll not look confident. Well, sir, sorry, sir, this is how you're going to look, and you're not going to be liked. So practice, practice, practice. All right? Write your answers. Write your answers. Start practicing today. So this is what you have to do. Prepare the answers and practice starting today. See, I didn't know that this was coming. But I have practiced. I have gone over this a couple of times, and I wrote it, so I know it. That's honesty. Read slowly and clearly several times your answer after finishing the answer. And say, oh, this part doesn't look good. Readjust, write it again, then read slowly and clearly. Read slowly and clearly several times, the way I'm reading now. Pretend that you're replying to someone, as if the interviewer asked you this question, and you're reading your answer in a way as if you're actually replying to that person. Pretend during practice. Then, without looking at the text, you got to answer the same thing a couple of times. If you're missing something, look again, practice. Then record your answer and listen. Does it sound like too fast, too slow, or are you using boring fillers too often? Is your voice not audible? Doesn't sound exciting and full of positivity? Build those things. No, my voice is too weak. I got to change it. All right, then change it next time. It's simple. Okay? Record and listen to your answers and then keep modifying. Practice. Every day, write 5 questions, 5 answers. Spend 1 hour doing this. Okay? Practicing. Now try mock interviews. Find somebody in the neighborhood or a cousin or somebody who's an engineer or scientist at a pretty high level in your field or related field. I say, can you please help me? Sit with them. Find 1 or 2 friends. Yeah, I'm sure you have 1 friend. Find that friend and say, hey, let's practice this mock interview. Say, you ask me these questions. You have written it. You give the question paper to that person and say, you ask me 1 question. You pretend. You look at that and answer. Yes, ma'am. I have done my project, and this is what the project is about. You answer slowly as if you're answering the same answers that's written down on the paper. Okay? And take some criticism. Most people who care about you give you positive feedback. That you are too fast. I'm not understanding what you're saying. You know your answer. I don't know my answer. Plus, it sounds like you have memorized. Take that criticism, slow down. Okay? Get their feedback and improve where they're really needed. Some people give too much advice, too many points. They point out, oh, you should do this, should do this. You prioritize. He is right about that part. I hesitate. I cannot speak fluently. Improve on fluency by reading your answers many times, slowly and clearly. All right? Keep smiling. In the next lesson, we will prepare you for technical interview. Here's the reality, why I'm doing these things. A lot of people tell the solution first. Let me tell you what the problem is here. It's ICEF's report, just 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago. 67% of the engineering graduates, engineers graduating from Indian universities, lack the level of spoken English necessary to compete for a job in the country's burgeoning knowledge economy. Very fancy words and all. 67%, that's how much? 2/3. It's even worse than that. It's worse than that. Hindustan Times survey shows 97% cannot speak English. So just imagine if by practicing a little bit of technical English, you can get into the group who speaks English very well. You'll get the job. Companies have thousands of positions open. They are not finding the right people. Even if that person knows very well, he or she cannot tell that I know this. So that's the problem. Okay? So that's the reality. And it's horrible. I'm going to change that. I'm going to help you all. Along with, I'm cooperating with IEOSD. IEOSD is the Institute for Employment-Oriented Skill Development. I'm collaborating with them to give employable skills, impart employable skills to the graduates or students. So they have the solution. They are collaborating with me. I am collaborating with top scientists and professors. So this is the quickest lesson Crash course, sitting at home, you can learn professional quality spoken English for engineers and scientists. Crash course, you'll become absolutely fluent in really 1 hour per day, 2 months. Summertime, do not waste your time. 1 hour per day is nothing. 24 hours in a day. Do not waste time. Do something for yourself. It's going to change your life. Okay? You'll become one of those 3% people, those who are from high-end English medium colleges, speak English fluently and getting those jobs. You'll be one of them. Maybe you did not get a chance for some reason or other, because of environment or school or college. Now you have the chance. That's the solution. That's the solution. And we are giving, IAOSD is subsidizing 90%. You pay only 10%. Okay? So spoken English for engineers and scientists software is the solution. Okay? The solution. World's first computer-aided self-study course in technical English. Normal English people can learn from various sources. We have now the product for that too. Spoken English 2020, how to make conversation, 10 real-life situations. It's got Bengali, Hindi, all these translations here. So here are the things IOSD provides. High-end modern practical educational products at more than 90% discount only in India. Abroad, it costs a lot more, $90, $99, etc. In India, less than 500 rupees on Amazon.in. If you're an educational institution, if you want to bulk order, you can directly write to them. They have downloadable versions too at a cheaper price. You'll get special discount. Effective communication skill training for the next generation professionals. That's what we're going to do. So some of the products, this one I showed, is for general English, spoken English 2020. Here also the image is flipped. This also has software. There's a downloadable version too. You have to write to them too. You can check their site, spokenenglish2020.com. It's got translation in Hindi, Bengali, Telugu, German, Japanese we are doing too. So if you have difficulty, you can look at the translation. We'll add a few more languages as translation, but these are simple, straightforward sentences that are used commonly. Suppose you're going abroad for higher studies. At the airport, they're going to ask you some questions. At the customs, they're going to ask you some questions. Immigration, security, everywhere. You go to a travel office, a tourist office, you have to ask some questions. What do you ask? How to ask? All these things are covered. How to make a conversation at a restaurant. You met somebody new, how to make a conversation. All these things, real life situation. How to talk to people at different offices, banks and other things, post office, all these things are covered here. That's for general conversational English, 20 hours crash course, okay? Sit at home, learn it. Okay, authentic English. We are not teaching fake English. We do not cheat. Okay, we do not cheat. This one, for technical English, that's this product, okay, that I have talked about. Spoken English for scientists and engineers and scientists software. It's been released just last year, April 2016. A 60 hours intensive course, computer aided intensive course, sitting at home. If you have a computer, you can take that for technical English fluency. That's what you need. Engineers need technical English fluency first. Unfortunately, they are not fluent in technical English. Casual English is not that important for engineers and scientists, not for the job interview, etc. This is the world's first software for learning verbal technical communication skill. It covers a lot. Physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and the general knowledge increases. What kind of scientific research is happening? Mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, IT, electronics and communications, everything, a little bit knowledge you have, and you just simply see, listen and repeat. It's that easy software. The instruction is only one page. It's that simple. You don't have to spend hours learning how to use the software. One page instruction, that's it. You put it in, double click, lessons come up, you go through the lesson, it shows you, okay, I'll not advertise here, you decide. You look into that, the description in Amazon.in in India, and then you decide. You don't have to take any course anywhere. There is no such course. I can guarantee you that. You can do that at home. Modern Spoken English for Science students is going to be published in just a couple of weeks. In April 2017, it will be released. It's a book and a timed audio CD. It's got audio exactly the same as in book, audio gap. So you have time to repeat. Okay, it's for people who do not have a computer. They can transfer the audio files onto their cell phone, whatever they want. That's also for science students. Science students, say intermediate level, bachelor's level, or maybe down to 9th grade. Okay, easiest and loaded with scientific information, how to speak scientific English. Okay, all right, it's going to be released very soon. That's going to be also released, sold through Amazon, all sponsored by and subsidized by IEOSD. We have several other products for technical presentations. Well, this one does cover technical presentations and group discussion in lesson 19, the software spoken English for engineers and scientists. We are giving it nearly free, 495 rupees. 90% is being subsidized by IEOSD. Okay, we have some other products in the pipeline. Job interviews, we are writing special courses for that too. This video is just the introduction. Okay, specialized for every branch. We'll create that, and other modern professions too. Okay, good. So you, IEOSD, Institute for Employment Oriented Skill Development, you, IEOSD, and the future of India. In the next lesson, we'll talk about technical interviews. Okay, what is future of India? It's bright. It's really bright. I'm only helping. I'm a small reason because it's my motherland. I'm helping. So I thank you. I thank you. If you have any questions and comments, please put that on the comment section of the YouTube channel, or you can send the inquiry to english.ieosd@gmail.com. If you are an institution, you want to train your students using our software, please write to us. You can buy directly from Amazon or through us directly, through IEOSD. I'm not into sales and marketing. I'm a scientist. I do all kinds of new ideas, development, research, invention, and teaching. Teaching is my hobby. I do that and produce greatest software along with this. But IEOSD is the proper institution that spreads this education all over India. Let's work together to produce 100 million world-class professionals in India by the year 2020. Thank you. Jai Hind.